Good evening, everyone. I'm Heather Moore.
And I'm Paul Bloom. Thank you for joining us tonight. Members of Congress are getting ready to go back to Washington next week and tackle that health care issue. Tonight, Republican Congressman Darrell Issa held a town hall meeting at Rancho Buena Vista High School in Vista. KUSI's Ed Linderman has just gotten back in the newsroom with more on that. Ed?
Over the last several weeks, Congressman Issa has spoken to a lot of his constituents by phone on this issue. Tonight, some 3,000 poured out their concerns in person. Think health care reform doesn't remain a huge issue, even after a long summer of debate? Take a look at this. They were lined up well before the event, thousands of people on a hot summer evening. The man holding the banner is a constituent of Congressman Brian Bilbray, but he wanted to be part of Darrell Issa's gathering, too.
Healthcare is going to end up being rationed as a result of this process, and there's going to be an arbitrary decision-making mechanism in place within the federal government to decide who gets what care, when, and how long it's going to take for them to wait and get it.
This woman was clearly in the minority here. She supports Mr. Obama's plan. Why so little support for it tonight? People don't know the facts, she says.
This society has gotten away from reading. They just, no offense to you guys, they listen to the media, they catch on to a word like communism, socialism, and they're gone.
There were perhaps as many people outside the gym, and they heard Issa say that a key to reform is not a blanket 1,100-page bill, but working over time on the individual flaws in the system.
And I will tell you, that's a message I'm taking back, is that that's what people want in my district.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
By the way, that gymnasium was packed tonight. We'll show you a lot more of that scene coming up at 11 o'clock. Ed Linderman, KUSI News.
I know that Darrell Issa says he has his own plan to take back for health care. What's that, Ed?
Well, he talked briefly about that tonight. He said, look, this doesn't have to be 1,100 pages. He models his plan essentially after the one that all federal employees have, including Darrell Issa. A lot less money for the cost, and you have a myriad number of plans that are available, just like you would have now, and you're paying a lot more for them if, in fact, you have health care insurance. He said the one thing that he's going to take back to Washington, and he heard this a lot tonight, is why do we have to have 1,100 pages, sort of a blanket plan to take care of everybody? Why aren't we working and taking some time at it on the individual flaws in the system? That's what a lot of people were talking about tonight.
You know, it has to be 1,100 pages because they call it the Health Care Reform Act.
Okay.
An act can't be any shorter than that, I think. Thank you, Ed, very much.
That's the